All right, we're live.
Hello everyone, my name is ArcaniaCQ, and I will be running Puyo Sun. And with me I have Kiwami for
Mm.
Tel didn't run
Yeah,
earlier.
I'm also a Puyo Puyo runner, pretty much like Arcania, and I'm gonna be, helping him with the commentary of this game. So this is Puyo Puyo Sun. Puyo Puyo Sun is a pretty interesting multi-platform Puyo game, and it has quite a few mechanics that we don't get to see them into other Puyo games, which is literally the Sun mechanic. It's right in the name of the game.
Yeah,
So Arcane is gonna be doing an all mode speedrun, which basically we have three modes in this game, which is easy, medium, and hard. And we're gonna be seeing all of those modes, and each mode has quite a few differences between each other.
um,
So do we actually have the timer on the screen?
I'm gonna get it on. You guys are good to start though.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah,
okay.
Arcane is gonna start whenever he wants to. So good luck.
So yeah, should we start by explaining? Well, you can start explaining things while I start doing drug story. Okay.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
3, 2, 1.
There you go. So this is the first enemy that we face on easy mode. He might look pretty simple, but it's probably if the RNG wants, we never kill him. So this is the skeleton, and as we are saying, this game, the game actually has an RNG manip. This is, as far as I know, I think this is the only Puyo Puyo game that we get to see RNG manip. So we we have a lot of different seeds, and if you know all the seeds as well, you should be good to go. So Arcane is pretty much gonna be looking for the same or optimal combos that he can do. And that's also a thing about this game is that we play the game on a lower difficulty. That way we can do more damage to enemies. As you can see, Arcane did a free combo, and that was literally enough to kill the kill the enemy there. Harpy just got beaten in like three combos, and that's what we're gonna be looking for. That's also a main core mechanic in the Puyo games. Whenever you make a combo, you throw trash, you throw some rocks into your enemy screen, and something exclusive to this game is the sun. As you guys may notice that in a few levels we got to see like a sun rock on the top of the board, and the sun rock counts as junk for the enemy screen. So we don't want to see the enemies receiving sun. So yeah, I kind of just dashing through the easy mode, and the easy mode only features 3 stages, so it's pretty fast. But now we are on normal. Normal is pretty much where the game starts to become a little bit more RNG heavy. Like I say that we do have RNG manip in this game, but the thing is, we can manipulate the Puyo's RNGs, which are the the beans, but we cannot manipulate the CPU RNG. So we gotta make sure that we do just enough combos to be able to overkill our enemies in this game. So we kind of see that in this game we also have quite a variety of enemies to face. This one is called the Incubus. I actually don't know the name of all of them, but I do have them named on my splits, so I should use that. And yeah, I think Arcane is doing a really good job at the fightings. So this one is one of the toughest adversaries, I would say, because it's not because he's particularly hard, but this boss fight can go kind of wrong in a few ways. because Sukitada can decide to do some crazy Puyo drops, and yeah, I think Arcania is having a good RNG there. He doesn't know, Sukitada doesn't know what to do, so that's pretty much the RNG that we want. And there you go, Arcania doing a triple combo there. So that's kind of the thing that you want to be trying to look for in this game. You don't want to do super huge combos as you would in a usual Puyo games, but you're gonna be looking for smaller combos, because since they deal a lot of damage, we're pretty much gonna be abusing them. So I think she's called Hikimura, I believe. So she's not really a huge problem. Most of the NPCs in this game, they have very much the same AI outside of this one. So this is Nohoho. Nohoho, I would say he has my favorite AI in this game. So if you guys look at the right screen, the frog is dropping the Puyos on some really weird ways, and he is really slow. So what Arkin is gonna be looking for here in this fight is trying to not mess up any combos, because we want to be doing a huge combo as soon as Sukitada, not Sukitada, Noho can land his Puyos. And sometimes the fact that he drops a couple stones in that particularly weird way makes it kind of a tough fight sometimes.
I kind of screwed up, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's really easy to master your own combos in Puyo, so that's something that happens with every runner. With every runner, that's perfectly fine. So now we have the Komodo dragon, and I kind of got a really interesting RNG there.
Help me.
Yeah, you got a really good starting point, but sometimes it doesn't help much. That's something about the game. It's not. We do have RNG manip for the very first stages, but the thing about the RNG manip is that you kind of have to have like a really perfect play for it to be manipulated consistently. You can know the seeds, but the RNG manip can be kind of inconsistent sometimes, unless you're a TAS, of course. Then it is that everything is consistent for you. Yeah, this is the witch. The witch is very simple. I'd say that the only problem that we can have in the normal mode speedrun is no ho ho, and yeah, honeybee can be a little bit of a problem. Also, yeah, Daimo, which is this big elephant there. He's pretty aggressive, and he's playing a little bit aggressive there. But luckily, since we are playing on a kind of low difficulty, we don't have to deal much with we don't have to do that much with the AI aggressively. Okay, there you go. This is Demo. Now we are heading to Honeybee. Honeybee also has a little bit of an aggressive pattern sometimes. So Arcania also gonna be trying to play a little bit more aggressive as well. To kind of try to mitigate that. There you go. The screen is already filled with rocks there. So where I kind of just want to have is, the NPC finishing it off. So I don't actually know the name of this NPC. So this is, a knight guy. He got a sword. That's everything that I can tell about him.
I jokingly call him the generic sword guy. Or
I
generic
mean, yeah,
sword
it
dude.
kind of makes sense in a way. So he's a generic sword guy anyway. We can call him like that.
But his actual name is Lagnus, or Ragnus, depending on time
yeah,
for
now
my
we have a
favorite opponent.
yeah, this is a pretty hard fight because you see that the Puyos are dropping really, really fast. So this is one of the few fights in this game that your Puyo speeds are set to maximum. And we can take advantage of that because not only are Puyo speeds or Puyos are speed up, but also the NPC is really fast to drop pieces. And that was a really good Rulu fight. Got a really good RNG as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce the name of this guy. It should be Shazo. I don't know if it's actually Shazo, but
People
yeah, it's
pronounce
fine.
his name so many different ways that I don't really care.
Yes. Speaking of different pronunciations, though, that a little bit of trivia about this game is that this game wasn't really released outside of Japan. So thankfully, thanks to the dedicated community of the Puyo Nexus, we do have a translation for the game. So that's pretty neat. So now we
It's
have the Dark
pretty.
Prince. Yeah, the Dark Prince is also called Satan in the Japanese version. And yeah, pretty easy fight now. Arcania finishing up the normal mode. Now Arcania is gonna be going
And
for the hard mode pretty much. And hard mode
I'm
things
gonna
get
reboot the
really
game
okay.
because I picked normal again by accident.
It happens. When you start a game you just keep mashing and that's pretty normal. So yeah, now coming up to hard mode. The hard mode is basically the normal mode without a few fights, with only the toughest ones. And one of the main differences about the hard mode is that later on, Arcania is also gonna be having the speed up wheel pieces. Which, if you're
I do
casually
have a
playing the game, having fast pieces can be a problem, but on a speedrun it's pretty handy.
I do have a question. Did we actually meet the incentive?
Yeah, about the incentive though, we did set an incentive to fight Carbuncle. So I don't know if we met it already, but if we still have time to met the incentive, we can still fight him before the final fight. So yeah, this is the Komodo dragon all over again. That's an interesting thing. Oh, not the Komodo dragon. This is the witch. Sorry, I was reading the wrong way. The witch, we pretty much have the same enemies that we already faced in the normal mode. They're just a little bit more powerful, and the order that we are facing them is a little bit different than usual. And also, another thing that Arcane is gonna be doing at any point of the run, usually right at the end, is Arcane is gonna be taking an intentional death later on because we have to fight an NPC if we manage to finish the hard mode flawlessly. So we take a death so we don't have to take an extra fight later on.
But that all depends if we did meet the incentive or not.
Yeah, I don't got any information if we did with incentive or not, so I'm kind of assuming that we didn't. So yeah, let's just keep going. If we do have time to meet the incentive to fight Carbuncle, we are not gonna be taking a death.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna go straight on, and I'm going to definitely go for the on Carbuncle.
So yeah, the honeybee is a little bit more aggressive in hard mode, which could be really good, but could be at the same time could be really bad, because this game can really trick you sometimes into thinking that you're gonna have an easy time facing the bosses, but in fact the game is just gonna be doing weird stuff. Also, the generic sword dude is present in this mode as well.
He definitely is. Okay, so I need to know this before we actually enter all.
Yeah. So yeah, Rulu is pretty much the same thing back when we fight her on normal mode. The Puyo pieces are really, really fast. So right now Arcania is not even holding down the hard drop button, which you just need to hold down. Literally hold down. So he gets a really easy time dropping the pieces there. And Arle, since we are playing this character, we have to face Arle here. So yeah, I'm assuming that we didn't get any information about the incentives. So we might as well not fight Carbuncle at all in this run. But that's fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, the incentive did not get reached.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna take a death
right now,
here.
Arcania is gonna be taking an intentional death here, because as I said early on, if you beat the hard mode flawlessly, you're gonna be having to face an extra boss fight. So taking a death is way much faster than fighting the boss itself. Arcania getting a lot of same color Puyos there. Really something. Also, the thing
there you go.
is, Saturn can be really aggressive sometimes, but there he goes. That was a really good time, actually. You know, having a time that's like under, I'd say 18 minutes is already a really huge achievement in this game.
Yeah, I'd say that like once you get like under 18, it's getting harder and harder to PB. But it's also all about what RNG you have from the get-go and how you do throughout the entire rest of the run, pretty much. Yeah.
But it was a good run regardless, you know. It was a really good time. All things considered, bad RNG and everything.
Yeah, it was a great one to watch.
But yeah,
I'm more of a Tetris guy, so I'm not used to Puyo.
Well, I am more of a Puyo guy, but if there's one thing that I kind of want to shout out right now is that the fact that there was really recently a new version of Puyo Puyo released, which is Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. It's a really good game.
Buy that.
I really recommend. I really recommend.
Yeah, I like both Tetris and Puyo. I can be bad at both of them, but I really enjoy playing them. They're really fun.
But yeah,
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Oh yeah, no problem. All right, I'm gonna transition over. We'll be right back.
All right.